Ladies and gentlemen, we begin our today's report on a rather sad note because it seems our darkest days are not yet behind us. So the worst seems to be coming back.
Some disturbing reports about MUMBI Seraki, who's a popular social commentator and activist. She's popular on TikTok as Dr. MUMBI Seraki, a really active member of the Kenyan TikTok family. Now, her friends are reporting her as missing. They say they last spoke to her 72 hours ago. Her phone has been off since. Her whereabouts are unknown. And so some really worrying developing situation about a really active member of the Kenyan TikTok community. She last posted 3 days ago, which for her followers like me is quite unusual because she posts really regularly, of course, on a daily basis.
Yeah, that is sad. I remember all her posts. She's actually, the channel is called Dr. MUMBI Show. It's a show. All her posts begin with, "This is for entertainment purposes only." And it is rather sad because somehow maybe she thought if she said this is for entertainment purposes only, that the government of the day, which is William Ruto's government, would never go after her. But even though it was for entertainment purposes only, seems they've gone after her. And it's rather sad for people to be coming here on social media and starting to say free MUMBI Seraki. Like we're already in a free country. I heard the other day, let's first listen to this lady, then I'm going to tell you what I heard.
But I will tell you who I do sympathize with and who I am doing this video especially for is the TikToker MUMBI Seraki. Is a vocal TikToker who's been missing. She always starts her videos with, "This is for entertainment purposes only." Very poised lady, so we need her safe and sound.
So I was watching Raila Odinga yesterday, I think, when he was speaking on Saturday, and he said, "You guys do not know how far we fought for this democracy, how far we fought for the rights that you guys are now enjoying, and for that we clap for you, Mr. Odinga. But now we have a problem because you said we have a lion who does not have nails and teeth, so we have a lion who can't bite. But the lion is still biting. Like according to the constitution, the lion should not bite. The lion should not be able to pounce on someone and actually harm them. In this case, the lion is the president, in case you don't know. You don't know, yeah? But it seems that is not the case because we now have a lady who has disappeared for more than 72 hours. People don't know where she is, and she's known for criticizing the government. So what are you telling us about that, Mr. Odinga? Because I heard one of the things that you agreed upon with the president is to end abductions, to end this, is it prejudicial or extrajudicial killings, But now we have someone who has been very vocal at criticizing your government, who's now been taken, abducted, or maybe let's just say missing because we do not know exactly what is happening. How do you explain that, yeah? And people are really tired of this,
Sasa tena Dr. MUMBI wamempeleka wapi shughuli? Too much.
You understand the frustrations of people on social media because all these people that you see speaking, these are people who are very vocal at criticizing your government. And when someone can just be taken and disappear, even people like this, they remain in fear because they are like, hey, today is Dr. MUMBI Seraki and tomorrow it might be me. That means what you're doing is suppressing people's willingness to talk against your government even when your government is doing all the wrong things. I'm gonna call Sifuna to this court. Sifuna spoke to us on Saturday, and he spoke very, very good things. I didn't want to play the whole of this clip, but I think it is important to play this clip for context, because he said, even though the ODM guys, which includes me, are into the government, there are some things that would be done by this government which would ultimately bring us to a point of collision, a point of parting ways. And what are some of those things? He's going to mention them, but let's just listen to the whole clip. It's just a short clip. Let's hear what Bwana Sifuna was saying.
Mimi unajua juzi tukifanya hiyo shughuli ya kusign documents pale. Nilikuwa najua tukitoka pale kuna watu wataenda kusema kitu ambayo haiko ndani ya hiyo mkataba. Wataenda kusema ni hii na sio hiyo. Wengine ni hawa marafiki zetu waandishi wa habari. Mimi naamka siku moja naona headline hapo ati Sifuna ametoroka rais kwa mikutano yake Nairobi. Hakuna mahali kwa hiyo mkataba inasema katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM atakuwa anaenda mikutano na rais. Hakuna mahali inasema huyu senator ambaye amechaguliwa na UDA ati baba akiwa na mikutano yake hapa ati lazima akue hapa. Niliona mheshimiwa Raila ulikuwa Kiambu kwa mazishi ya Wayaki. Sikuona SG wa UDA hapo. Kwa sababu huo mkataba hauzungumzii haya maneno. Na rais mwenyewe anajua. Nilisikia akiambia watu wa Nairobi kila mtu afanye kazi yake. Mimi sitapitishwa kura kwa sababu ya mikutano ngapi nilihudhuria tukiwa na rais. Kazi yangu ni pale Senate nitafanya, yeye afanye yake. 2027 wananchi wafanye nini? Waamue.
Now, Mr. Sifuna, if you don't mind, tell us what the agreement was about, because I feel like the agreement you had with the president has everything to do with the topic of today, the disappearance of MUMBI Seraki. So, what did you agree upon?
Na baba, mimi baada ya kusaini hiyo kitu, unajua kazi yangu ni rahisi sana. Mimi nakaa na marking scheme tu. Siku na agenda 10 pale. Iwapo Mkenya mwingine yoyote atachukuliwa na polisi ati abducted afichiwe mahali, chama cha UDA na kiongozi wake William Ruto watakuwa wamekeuka mkataba ambao tumeandikisha.
Even we don't have to go to the second agenda. Kama Mkenya yoyote atachukuliwa afichwe mahali ambapo hatujui, that means abducted, serikali ya Dr. William Samoei Ruto itakuwa imekiuka mkataba kati ya ODM and UDA. Today, acha nikukumbushe Bwana Sifuna, unajua mahali huko labda usikizange news. Acha nikwambie.
Sasa tena Dr. Mumbi wamempeleka wapi shughuli? Too much.
So, Bwana Sifuna, the question now is with you. Because you've said that people are misreporting, people are misrepresenting the facts. Here we've just used the facts that you've laid out yourself. If the government of William Ruto goes against that which you agreed upon, there shall be enough reasons for you guys to part ways. We are going to be very keen to see what your reaction is going to be towards the disappearance and the abduction of MUMBI Seraki doctor. And let us use this platform as the big man. The big man report, we condemn in the highest, most possible manner the abductions of any Kenyans who are doing nothing wrong other than calling out the president for all the bad things that are happening in this country. Now, on to another story. And this story is a story that has now been passed a little bit. Ni kitu ambayo inaenda kusaulika. But jana, mhusika mkuu wa hii story aliongea. Na alipoongea nikaona kwamba kuna umuhimu sisi tuweze kuongelea hili swala. Because we all know that people get impeached. Yes? And the question is always, when someone gets impeached, what happens to them? Yeah? What happens when someone gets impeached? We know Rigathi Gachagua once got impeached and he's still impeached. What happened to him? Because I feel like this latest person who's been impeached is taking the route which Rigathi Gachagua took. Talk to us, Dr. Jasper, Bwana Jasper Murume. How did you learn of the impeachment of this mama?
Mimi nilijua mama ni kuenda naenda wakati niliona wazee wamekusanyika wakiongozwa na Kiraitu. Sasa hii ng'ombe yezi tu niacha niongee chenye naongea. Wazee wakati walikusanyika wakiongozwa na Kiraitu, mpro wa buri pale, nitolea pande nyingine, sijui ma MCA wote wakaanza mpaka kuimba nyimbo traditional za Kimeru. Sijui hata hakuna yenye nakumbuka, acha tu watu waongee ukweli. Hapo ndio nilijua huyu mama ni kuenda naenda na mtoto wa Meru atabaki akiwa orphan. Nimeona watoto wa Kawira wanalia sana. Watu the number one reason why Kawira ametoka, hata ukiuliza Meru yoyote atakwambia ni ati alikuwa mchoyo. Alikuwa anapenda kukula peke yake. Hivyo ndivyo wanasema. Sasa swali yangu imekuanga ni moja. Mnataka mkule pamoja. So si ati Kawira hana maendeleo, si ati it's not for any other reason, ni ati tu anakula peke yake. Sasa hapo ndio pia mimi nilikuwa ama basi muachane na yeye basi, kama if that is the reason muachane na yeye. Lakini pia nikiangalia naona pia Kawira pia amekuja na kandi fulani yenye tumekuja kuunderstand sana kama wa Kenya na tumeland the hard way. Hiyo kandi inaitwa kandi ya huruma. Hakuna Mkenya ajui hiyo kandi, na hiyo ndio kandi imefanya tuko mahali tuko saa hii as a country. Kuna watu tulihurumia. Walilia wakapiga magoti wakasema mpaka tukawaamini. Ukiona politician anakuja na kandi ya huruma, ukiona politician anakuja na direction ya kanisa, ukiona politician ameanza na Bwana asifiwe, ukiona politician ni politician lakini pia ni pastor X, hiyo ni red flag. Hiyo mkitaka mnichape, hiyo ni red flag. Kunafaa kuwa na wachungaji na kunafaa kuwa na viongozi. Those two ni ngumu sana wakuja pamoja. Otherwise pia mimi naona sasa basi mama basi wacha aende basi. Saa hii Meru kuna mimi na feel kama Meru imekuanga tu kwa drama after drama tangu kura zipigwe. It's about time. Mwenye ameingia anaitwa Mutuma sasa wewe ingia tu changamke baba mkuru. Ingia tu changamke.
Ile kitu Jasper ajui Mutuma still a reverend. Bado ni mtu wa kanisa. Reverend, he's a reverend. He's called Reverend Mutuma. So I don't know if they've really escaped that.
Ikiwezekana drama ziishe kabisa, hata vitu zikifanyika drama. Mimi.
Okay. So that is how our reporter Jasper got to learn about the impeachment and knew that this mama would not be saved. Is when all the elders of Meru came together in one accord, trying to put out the fire of Kawira Mwangaza. Now, when Kawira Mwangaza started to speak, this is what she said.
My refusal to compromise my principles and play by the rules of the political manipulation made me a target. My impeachment was not based on any legitimate grounds, but was instead politically motivated scheme orchestrated by those who feared my unwavering dedication to the truth and the welfare of the people of Meru. The impeachment process was a sham orchestrated by prominently male politicians who manipulated the system to remove me from office. The national government, instead of upholding.
Hapo kuna mtu alikuwa anasikiza hii speech ya huyu madam akasema huyu madam anafaa rudi shule. Hiyo jina umesikia kimsumbua hivyo ni predominantly ni kitu imechanganya huyu mwanadada sana. I think anaweza tumia hii nafasi yenye hii period yenye atakuaga hayuko busy, arudi shule tu hata kama ni kidogo, kabla afikirie what to do next.
The rule of law actively influence the outcome, ensuring that the voices of Meru residents who elected me were ignored. Even the courts, which should have been my refuge, were interfered with to block my access to justice. This is not just an attack on me, but an attack on democracy, gender equality, and the rights of every Kenyan woman who aspires to lead. If anyone had doubts on who was behind my impeachment,
Who was?
I invite them to keenly review the swearing-in ceremony of my deputy yesterday. The orchestrators, actors, planners, sponsors, financiers, script writers of my impeachment were overwhelmed by joy. I could no longer hide behind their mask anymore. They all converged at Mwendanto grounds, and one after the other in their speeches took credit of my downfall, with each of them boldly stating the role they played. Some of them went an extra mile to thank the top leadership of this country for the support offered towards the cause. Accordingly, I am firm in my belief that this impeachment was not about accountability, but about perpetuating a culture of male dominance in leadership.
Wow. Okay. First of all, tumesikia kitu Jasper amesema. Jasper amesema this woman came into power using the wrong methods, which ameziita methods of kuhurumia mtu fulani. Because you're a woman, tutakuhurumia. Because you are a spiritual leader, tutakuhurumia. So I do feel like this woman is still pulling that card, saying, I have been impeached because I'm a woman. Because men are the only people who are seen to be the ones who can lead this country. Sasa sijui kama ni ukweli, but I would also want her to speak about, because amesema that the leadership of this country has been thanked by her persecutors. Wale watu walihakikisha kwamba yeye ameshuka, they thanked the president for helping them do that. Now I saw a clip of her not long ago, saying how yeye amenashikilia the president bado wako pamoja sana, and the deputy president who is Kindiki. So, madam, do you feel betrayed by the president?
I don't think God will forgive you. Nataka kusema kwa Kiswahili. Wewe ni mzee wa boma. Wewe ni mama wa boma. Nyinyi ni wazazi wa familia. Mko pengine Mungu amewapatia watoto 12. Na 11 of them ni boys. One is a girl. And every day ukienda nyumbani, unakuta kuna makelele. Huyu mtoto msichana anachapwa na wengine. Siku ya pili pia kunakuwa na makelele. Ya tatu pia kuna makelele. Kama baba wa nyumba, kama mzazi wa hiyo familia, ndio upate pumziko, ndio moyo wako ufurahie, ndio uweze kulala kwa ile boma, ndio uweze kukula vizuri na kulala vizuri. Does it mean you sacrifice that girl so that the home iwe peaceful?
If I'm getting right, madam, are you saying that the father of this nation, who is Samoei Ruto, William, sacrificed you so that there could be peace? Do you feel like he gave in to the requests from the Meru region? Kwa sababu niliona Kindiki alikuwa ameita the leadership of Meru. I don't think you were present, but I saw Kiraito. I saw all those human beings that you call Mpuru wa Mpuri, sijui what, you know, I saw all of them. Are you saying that their one request from the president was to throw you outside so that there could be peace in Meru. Is that what you're saying, madam?
Kama mzazi, maana watoto wamepigana kwa nyumba. How do you sacrifice that single child to avoid noises? An innocent child. And in this case, umesikiza everything. Ukaona huyu mtoto pengine ni chakula haitoshi ndio anapigwa. Pengine ni misukumano hapa na hapa, ni nani mkubwa kuliko mwingine. As a father, as a mother, as a parent, utatoa amri useme kwa sababu sasa kuna makelele huyu akufe, wacha tuzike huyu. I don't think that is the role of any parent in Kenya. It is sad. It is sad. We don't sacrifice our children because of others. Where is justice? Iko wapi?
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hapa nasikia tu mishale zilikuwa zinatupwa kwa William Samoei Ruto, ni mishale za. This mama is very clear that William Samoei Ruto, you took the side of men. You betrayed me. It's called the ultimate betrayal. You chose the men who were taking allegations against this lady. You took the men's side. I feel like that is what Kawira Mwangaza is saying here. But now the ultimate question is, Kawira Mwangaza, is this the end of you? Are you done with this stuff? Are you just going to go and do your other work? Nasikia ulikuwa na kanisa. Are you gonna go back there and just do your thing? Ama what should we expect from you, Miss Kawira?
The people of Meru, I want to assure you that this fight is far from over.
What?
I will not be silenced.
Ooh.
I will not allow the voices of the people to be drowned out by the greed and collapse of a few. I remain committed to the ideals that guided my leadership. I will continue to advocate for justice, fairness, and development of our beloved County Meru. I call upon all Kenyans to stand against the erosion of democracy and the misuse of power. We must hold our leaders accountable and demand transparency in governance. The people of Meru deserve leaders who will serve them with honesty and dedication, not those who are beholden to the interest of a select few. I am exploring all the legal and constitutional avenues to challenge this injustice. I'll also continue to engage with the people of Meru to ensure their voices are heard and their needs are met.
Beautiful. Madam amesema that this is not the end of her. She's gonna fight this impeachment with every living breath out of her. And we can only wish you all the best from this side of the Big Man Report. Now, on to our last story. Our last story is a story that we talked about jana, and it seems to be a story that is not going away anytime soon. Because today something happened, and let us be informed by our reporter Moses.
Kwa Kiharu, MP wao anaitwa Nyoro. Leo alikuwa na launch offices za DC na county commissioner, not county commissioner but DC. So hizi ni offices hold chiefs and the likes. But very unfortunate ni kuwa hawakuwa pia. Wenye hizo ofisi, wale wamejengewa hizo ofisi hawakuwa pia. Kwa sababu gani? Serikali iliwakataza kuhudhuria mikutano ya Nyoro. And it is very unfortunate mnafanya hivyo na mnajua the state at which hawa watu wanakaaga. Kuna wengi wanakaaga kwa tumatank. Umeiona hiyo nyumba tunakaa tu tank. very miserable. But hapa mbunge amefanya juhudi mzuri through CDF, akajenga a modern offices, very smart, but because of politics wanazuiwa kwenda kulaunch hizo vitu. I think that is the lowest we can go as a nation. That our officers, despite kuwa wanakaa maisha baya, office baya, pahali pabaya, saizi wamejengewa a good office, but mnawakataza kwenda kuhudhuria ama kuzifugua. I don't know kama watakuwa wanazikaa, but the area MP has done his part. This government, they are going very low. Me sijui what will be next, but I'm not feeling for them.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Ndindi, because Ndindi seems to be doing everything right except one thing. Someone said that you must deal with political stuff politically, and you must deal with development things development wise. If you only embrace development with all the politics, there's going to be a problem. And nobody says it better than Chegema Juice. Let us listen to Chegema Juice when breaking down this issue of Nyoro.
People ask me, Majuis, what do you think about Nyoro and even the press statement that he did today? First, Mugala muwe na haki umpe. We have to agree that Nyoro has been among the best MPs in the country. The question of where he has been getting the money to do what he's doing in Kiharo that other MPs cannot do is not here or there. Because even during Uhuru's time, he was doing some good things in Kiharo, and that time he was not chair of budget committee. So other MPs should not come and start telling us, oh, Dede has been stealing money. That is nonsense. Kama mmeshindwa na kazi wengine, wachani kusema mwingine ameiba pesa because the chair of the budget. He was still doing it because he was not the chair of the budget committee. And those are the kind of leaders we want, irrespective of the political divide that are in. He has been doing commendable job. But I want to remind Dede Nyoro, there was also his Muranga counterpart, a leader who was the best in the country in the management of CDF. He was called Peter Kenneth. But somehow, Peter Kenneth miscalculated politically. And now, hakuna mtu anajua Peter Kenneth anakuaga wapi. Anatokaga 2 years towards the election, ndio Peter Kenneth ametoka, anajaribu 1, 2, 3, then arudi kwa mashimo. I'm saying that because right now, there is rumor that Dede is Ruto's project in Mount Kenya region. And in fact, even today, some of people say that he confirmed their fears. Because if you look at the press statement that he calls you to issue a press briefing, from yesterday, nimekuwa nikiona watu wake wakisema ataongea. Now, when he today talked, you could hardly pick anything he said about it. In fact, it was so empty, the whole talk. Mpaka watu wakashindwa, why are you calling the press briefing? For what? Because it had nothing. Dede Nyoro ni watu ambao walikuwa, he was being taunted to be like a Kibaki. Just Peter Kenneth alikuwa taunted to be a Kibaki for managing CDF very well. Dede Nyoro uko in that scenario. Dede Nyoro just know that in Muranga right now, Irungu Kangata America akokadi. He's loved by the people. He's doing good things there. So even if you go and vie against him in governorship, my friend, it will be a tall order for you against Irungu Kangata. In Mount Kenya region, most of the people, I'll tell you the truth, they think that you are Ruto's project. Yeah, so that you can start a party and become a presidential flag bearer, ugawanyishe kura. That's what people think by the, and that propaganda is everywhere with the people. In the national politics, not away from Mount Kenya region, people are happy that watu ambao walikuwa wanasema hakuna nusu mkate imefanyika na hakuna kitu watafanya. So you are between a hard place and a hard rock. So today ilikuwa siku yako ku clear the air on the way forward. But I don't know the calculations you are doing, because we can't lose as a community good leaders like you. We want you, because if we can have even half of the leaders like you who can do things the way you have done in Kiharo, that is the kind of politics we want. The politics of coming and telling people that we want unity. People are united in poverty. People are united in suffering. We want people who are coming and telling people we want to be united in development. And the day, I may not like you too much, because for campaigning for Ruto, ukijua Ruto ni mkora, ukijua Ruto all kind of evil he is, but as I said, you are a good leader. Kiharu people can attest to what I'm saying, that you are a good person in terms of development. Unaonaga mbele kidogo. Na mimi sitaingia ukora ati you have been stealing money. You have been stealing, siku ya huru ulikuwa unaiba nini. But me, I'm just telling you for free. Already the propaganda on the ground is that you are Ruto's project to divide the mountain vote, and even people are anticipating that you will come with a party. Me, I'll be okay if you come with a party, because that party will have a leader nyatakuwa development minded, not just unity for the sake of what. I usually ask our people, if a person comes to the party and tell you, let us be united, to what end? Tunapigwa na nani? My friend, I usually tell you, mtu yote anakuja Mount Kenya kuambia mnapigwa, muulize na nani. Amweke kwa basi, wapeleke kwa watu ambao wanapiga, my friend. You will pity yourself kwa kudanganywa vitu kama hizo. Are we together? So as much as I may not have a lot of to tell the day, because I'm also a young politician, zangu pia zitaongelewa na watu, I can say that Dede Nyoro is between a hard place and a hard rock. He must tread carefully, because where he is now, Peter Kenneth was there. Right now, Adomoragia wathireko.
Aye, Majuis, that's a lot of political analysis, yeah? And I think the phrase you're looking for is between a hard place and Narok. Yeah, so I guess what I'm picking from this very long what are they called? Agitation. Sijui ni agitation ama ni I'm losing the word. I guess what I'm getting from what you're saying is Ndindi Nyoro needs to align himself politically. It is not enough for him to just be there, just be quiet. You're neither with William Ruto, you're neither with Gachagua, you're neither with Natembeya, you're neither with Matiang'i, you're just quiet. If I read what you're saying, it is very dangerous to be in such a zone, because people will not trust you. People need to know. Tangaza msimamo, as people used to say kitambo. Tangaza msimamo. Let the people know who their leader is. Let the people know who you're choosing. Let the people know who it is that you're backing, so that they can tell, so that they can judge your character. You do not want to tell them who you are picking, and you do not want to tell them, to show them who you're picking, so that they do not judge your character. But that is extremely important as a politician. People need to know whether they can trust you. And the only way they know whether they can trust you is by seeing the kind of choices that you make. Now, you're being called a mole. You're being called a mole, William Ruto's mole in central Kenya. Is it true that you're William Ruto's mole? Even though you're very, very focused on being, what can I call it, a development focused leader, you also need to do politics, because there's no leadership without politics, at least not in this side of the sub-Saharan Africa. Now, especially now more than ever, because I hear that the president is going to be in Mount Kenya very, very soon. But more on that, let us hear from our last reporter of the night, who is Mr. Moses.
President Ruto atakuwa anatembelea Mount Kenya. Atakuwa na tour, I think ya 1 week or 3 days huko Mount Kenya. Na kulingana na mapping, ataendea areas zile zinaonekana ni kama hakuna resistance kubwa. So sasa wabunge na waheshimiwa kutoka huko Mount Kenya wakiongozwa na mbunge wa wanawake huko Women Rep huko Nyandarua anaitwa Faith Getau, anaambia watu wa Mount Kenya wajitayarishe, watoke nje, watoke na gemi, waulete shagwe na vigeregere, wakimsemea president ambaye amekuwa a performer, ambaye implement project zake huko Mount Kenya, wampigie makofi, wamsemee duru, yani waonyeshe mapenzi kubwa sana kwake. So Women Rep wa Mount Kenya na wengine ambao wako RI to UDA wanaomba kwa heshima, mtokelezee kwa wigi, muende muibe, mushagilie, na muibie President Ruto wakati atakuwa anafika huko kikao jimbo la Mount Kenya kwa development tour. So na nyinyi mjitayarishe, kaeni mkikunywa maji ya dimu, tengenezeni sauti zenu, kaeni tu kwenye mpango, ndivyo president atakapokuwa anafika huko Mount Kenya, sauti zenu ziwe nyororo, ziwe kama zile za ninga, ili wakati mtakuwa mkimsemea vigeregere na shagwe kwa kazi mzuri amewafanyia huko Mount Kenya, na yeye asikie amesifiwa. Hiyo ni request kutoka kwa viongozi wenu ambao wako UDA.
Oh my God. You know, thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Aki, let me tell you, I'm always excited to hear what Moses has to say on things because he's a very funny dude, yes. I guess William Ruto is finally taking the risk of visiting Mount Kenya, which Rigathi Gachagua for the longest time amekuwa akimwambia, come baby, come. Come. Mbona unaogopa? Just come. Come. Only when you come, don't lie to the people. Only when you come, tell the people what you've done for them, you know. And I feel like being the president, he should be free to visit any place in the country. And I also feel like, please, when he's visiting the central Kenya, let him not do politics. Let him just do development. Because central Kenya folks are very level-minded. I don't know, come on, level-minded, I'm a level-headed human beings. They can tell what exactly you're doing, you know. So let him not try to sweet charm them. I'm a sweet talk them. Let him take the development there, and probably they're going to listen to him. Yeah, so that has been the report for today. I'd like to appreciate everybody who tunes in every single day. Everybody who takes time to listen to us, to like our videos, to comment on our videos. We are very, very happy, and we're very, very honored by your time and your efforts. May God bless you. This has been The Report. I'm your host, Nick, and good night.